Hi, Malati Vijay Kumar welcoming you once again to Meen Man Cooks. In today's episode, let's see a chicken fried rice. Let's see the ingredients required. 1 cup of long grained rice washed and soaked for an hour. Salt to taste. And about a teaspoon of oil. 6 cups of water. Cooked breaded chicken, 1 cup. 1 egg. 2 spring onions chopped fine. A teaspoon of soy sauce. Vinegar. Salt to taste. 2 teaspoons of oil. Pepper powder. The most essential step in preparing the fried rice is, of course, cooking of the rice. So let's see how to do it. We'll add about 6 cups of water to the pan. Add salt. Taste the water. It needs to be just a wee bit salty because the rice needs to absorb the salt. Don't worry, we are anyways going to drain the excess water, so it will not harm your dish. So let's get started. I'm adding about half a teaspoon of salt. Once it dissolves in it, we'll check if the water is salty enough. The half teaspoon salt is not sufficient. Let's add another teaspoon of salt. For the 6 cups of water, we've added almost a tablespoon of salt. This looks salty enough, but you can always adjust to your requirement. The water is boiling well, so let's add the oil to the boiling hot water. Adding of the oil prevents the rice grains from sticking to each other. Don't cover it. It needs to be cooked in an open pan. You should be able to see the grains of rice dancing. You can stir it once or twice midway. Doesn't it look lovely? It's about 3 minutes now. I'll just show you. Oh wow. So it should be done in another 3 to 4 minutes. It's about 5 minutes now. Take a closer look. It's done. Now let's switch off the gas. Let's drain the excess water. We'll just pour a little cold water on it. It's taken us about 5 minutes or maybe just 5.5 minutes max. We've added the rice only after the water started boiling well. So whether it's 1 cup of rice or 4 cups of rice, the time doesn't vary too much because you're going to add the rice only after the water boils. If you're using 4 cups, naturally you will boil more water. Boiling of the water takes longer and not the boiling of the rice. And you don't want the rice mushy, you want it granular. Once we prepare the egg and chicken part of the recipe, we'll add the rice and saute it for some time and it gets cooked. However, fried rice needs to be granular and not mushy. If you have planned it, pre-planned it, you could prepare the rice and refrigerate it the previous day. If you don't have time for all that, after draining the excess water, just pour a little cold water on it so that it cools faster and the excess starch also is removed, and you can refrigerate it for at least half an hour. And then you can start preparing the fried rice. The cooked rice is nice and granular, the right consistency for a fried rice. Wok is nice and hot, smoking. Let's add a teaspoon of oil and quickly break an egg into it. Chinese cooking is done on a very high flame. They're not completely cooked either. Just push it to a side, add another spoon of oil and add the shredded chicken. Now let's sprinkle a little salt on it. Remember, we added salt to the rice. Now let's add the egg as well. It's time to add the rice. Oh wow. Let's add a little more salt, that should do. A little pepper. Just a little soya sauce. And a little vinegar. The moment we add the vinegar, initially we cooked the rice, that was 75% done. Now after adding it to the wok along with the egg and chicken, we've cooked it to about 90% only. We are not cooking it 100% because cooking it up to 90%, it retains its shape, size and texture, which is perfect for a fried rice. Even though all the ingredients are cooked, don't be in a hurry to switch off your gas. You need to get that nice smoky flavor typical of a Chinese fried rice. Saute it till you come to that stage. Now take a closer look. I gently push the rice to a side. You'll see the particles dancing. Due to the heat, they're all jumping. That is the indication that it's done. I can get the smell now, nice smoky flavor. It's time to add the spring onions. Oh my God, what a flavor. I feel I walked into a Chinese restaurant. All the ingredients were pre-cooked and we just tossed them together in the wok. You may recall, though we cooked it on a high flame with not too much oil, it did not catch at the bottom. Absolutely no burning, no browning of the ingredients, perfectly cooked. The chicken, we had actually made grilled chicken. We had a little cooked chicken left. That's why it was a little dark, because we had already added salt and pepper to it. We used that chicken pieces, shredded chicken, to make the fried rice. Why we are telling you this is, one, of course, the color was visible to you. Anytime you make any dish, chicken dish, you have a little fleshy portion, shred it and make a fried rice. Checking your salt while boiling the rice is absolutely essential. You can add salt now, but when you eat the rice, you will see that it is undersalted. So it's always very important that while cooking the rice, the correct amount of salt needs to be added. Vegetables of your choice can be added to the fried rice. Ensure that the chicken pieces and the vegetables are cut to the same size. You could shred cabbage and use, you could use capsicum, beans, carrot. In fact, lots of people add mushrooms, tofu, broccoli, whatever suits you. Take a call on adding vegetables. You're only enhancing the taste and enriching the dish. I'm sure you're waiting to try it. I'm sure this has motivated you to cook. Do try it and give your feedback. For the recipe, click on meenman.com. For all your non-veg requirements as well, click on meenman.com and place your orders. Do follow us on FIT, that is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thank you.